Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into your reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So, what would they do if they got you alone? Your person of interest, the one who is on your mind. Today's reading asks the question, what would they do if they got you alone? So we're going to look at the tarot cards as well as the True Love Oracle deck, and we're going to get some sexy messages from this person and some charms and song cards as well. And I think that is pretty much it. We'll also get some advice towards the end of the reading too. So with that being said, for group one, we used Ciro Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams. So that is for group one, and for group two, we used Natalie Meraki's Mood Tarot, group two, and for group three, we used the Tarot of Sexual Magic for group three. So use your intuition to pick. Timestamps are down below. If you need help picking, random.org is helpful. That is also linked down below. You can watch one of the readings. You can watch all of the readings. Just take what resonates and forget what doesn't. If a reading is confusing or triggering, you don't need to finish watching it. You can check out a different group or one of the playlists linked down below for a different reading. Remember, it's a general reading and all of that. My regulars already know. I say it all the time. Take what resonates and forget what doesn't. Okay, so if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. The readings are video recorded, highly personalized, and sent by private video link so that you can watch it over and over as many times as you want, and you can order through my email, my website, or Wizio. So with that being said, guys, I don't think there's anything else to say. Enjoy the reading. Thanks for tuning in. Getting started with group one. Welcome, group one. Thanks for tuning into your reading. This should be a fun one. What would they do if they got you alone? So we've got your piles ready. I am going to start off with messages and charms because I don't want to leave that to the end in case I forget. And I just kind of felt like doing it. So go ahead and think about your person, angel spirits and guides for everybody who chose group one. Show us what we need to see regarding what would this person do to group one if they got them alone. We've got bystander. Okay, we've got this is a positive sign. So they're thinking, I think there's this element of this person not being able to believe their eyes. They could be a watcher as well. Somebody here could be an exhibitionist. In fact, I was getting the energy of your person waiting, longing for you, admiring you from afar. There's a sense of like regret or yearning or longing for you here. For some of you, you might have rejected this person, but I do feel like this energy coming from them. And so I feel like this is a validation for me. Thanks, Spirit, that was an accurate and intuitive hit that I got earlier, that this person is observing, and they're going to be observing you. So when they get you alone, it's like, you know, maybe their eyes get big, like they feel surprised, or they're just keeping their eyes and their wits about them because they're wanting to see where this is going, and definitely considering that it's a positive sign to get you alone. With the dolphins here, or the dolphin, it shows us like playfulness occurring here, good attitude, good vibes. Dolphin does represent, you know, its personality is charming. It's surprisingly like humans in its level of intelligence and socialization, and in terms of like sex drive as well. So I don't know if you know that, but it's true. And this person and you, when they get you alone, there is feeling of, you know, playing it cool, but also like having a good time, ready to have a good time. I'm ready to have some fun and having fun here. We've also got the eagle latching on to a crystal ball. So I just get this person is going to take a higher vantage point. They are going to watch and see how things go. They're going to pay attention. There's an element of watching here. So there could actually be more than one person in the room. You know, that's probably a stretch, so that's not going to resonate for the majority. That will resonate for just 1 or 2%, I imagine, but I am getting that. Or you guys could be watching something together, if you know what I mean. Putting on some erotica or something. But all that aside, bottom line with that eagle there, this person's going to be watching you like your prey. And when they see their opportunity, they're going to swoop in and take you, okay? That's what it feels like. Or it could be you. You could be the one swooping in. Somebody is going to be treating the other a little bit like that. I think you guys are both going to be keeping an eye on one another. I especially feel like your person will be as well. And then at some point, they're going to swoop in, or you're going to swoop in, and this connection is going to advance. Somebody is going to expand, if you know what I mean. So we've got the hummingbird, which yeah, it's just more of that levity, that lightheartedness. It's an element of spirit, like things are moving along pretty easily, like it's kind of feeling like it's kismet or meant to be, like you guys are in the flow in each other's vibration, and like you're kind of aligned here with similar interests and desires about what you're going to do when you're alone. So it's like that. Again, it's more playfulness. There is a little bit of, you know, if you've ever seen a hummingbird in action, they are a little bit timid. They're a smaller bird. They're almost the size of an insect. So when bigger birds are around, going back to that whole prey thing, they get a little bit timid, like they don't know if it's safe or not. So there's some little bit of questioning, not saying like it might be unsafe in a bad way, but more like a cat and mouse game kind of, or just you guys both like feeling like it's a dance. Where is this going? You know, is this going to be good? I just like a little bit of nervousness and watchfulness here. Okay. So let's get some messages straight away. Got the Sexy Messages deck, and I do reserve the right to censor because some of the words on this deck are a little bit too racy for YouTube, but hopefully Spirit will let some messages come through that I could just say outright. So Spirit, what will, or what would Group 1's person of interest say to them? And, you know, what would they say if they had no filter, and if they got Group 1 alone? Or what would they say about getting Group 1 alone? I'm just going to pull 3 of them. What would Group 1's person say about getting them alone here? Wow. Let me take a look at these real quick. Wow, wow. Okay. Yeah, this is in alignment with what I was saying, and I don't think anything's too bad on here, but so I'll just read them. It says, I am a devil. I tempt you to please my own shadow, but I am doing it unconsciously. So this person, what do we think of when we think of the devil card? We think of a few different things, but one of the meanings is fun, sexy times, right? Almost an obsessive connection or physical connection. So this person's admitting that, or at least their higher self is today saying, you know, that they tempt you to please their own shadow, but they're largely unconscious of the fact that they do that. Okay, so there's a little bit of naughtiness to this person's energy. Their sexy shadow side is coming out through that card. We've got, I fantasize about pleasing you, but it is about pleasing you as well. So it's not like they want to, you know, mistreat you or something like that. It is a fantasy of theirs, you know, to please you. And then we have, I'm afraid that my feelings for you have become obsessive. I can't control myself. So that's where we're seeing this dynamic, this push and pull here. And some of you, I don't know if you are ignoring this person, or they're afraid you would ignore them, or you're putting a bunch of other things more important than this person. I feel like for a small percentage of you, it's a third-party situation, and or the viewer is actually the one. For some of you, somebody's spirit guide is telling me that it's the viewer who has someone else. That's why this person's having to watch from afar. Or you're trying to decide maybe between this person and someone else, or this person in a different, like, you know, a different path forward or a different life path here. So that, you know, again, this could be like, if you're like, no, I've got my heart set on this person, yada, 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 then this could just be, you know, your person's energy coming across as like feeling like you're so attractive, or they just like you so much they imagine, you know, that you have so many options or other interests in you. Okay. So they're pretty obsessed, and they do feel like kind of neglected. So they watch you a lot. Okay. They're tempted by you. They fantasize about pleasing you. So that's what we got there. Let's get into it. So starting off with the card that come out for you guys, I used the same technique as I used last time. And So each card is assigned a number. I put that number in a randomizer and ask Spirit to give us the song that will have messages for the majority in some shape or form. That doesn't mean that the entire song will resonate. It never does. I've said that before on my channel, but it can, and just to take it how it resonates if it does. And the card that we got for you guys is John Legend. Okay, and I was glad that came out because not all the cards are like geared towards intimacy or anything like that, but this one is. And so it's basically I forget the name of this song. I'll link it down below, but I'll read a few lines for you. It's like, ain't this what you came for? Don't you wish you came more? I thought it said that. Don't you wish you came? Oh, okay. I questioned that lyric. Anyway, in my mind it was different. Anyway, I thought it said, don't you wish you came more? But anyways, my dirty mind. Girl, what are you playing for? Come on, let me kiss that. Ooh, I know you missed that. What's wrong? Let me fix that, twist that. Baby, tonight's the night I let you know. Tonight's the night we lose control. Tonight, you need that. Tonight, believe that. Tonight, I'll be the best you ever had. So, linking that down below. Person is wanting to please you. Does that not back up that card of saying how they fantasize about pleasing you? How they fantasize about taunting? I mean, even the song is a little bit taunting and teasing. So it's like kind of devilish, you know, in that sense, and a little obsessive. And it's interesting that the Devil card came out, and John Legend himself is a Capricorn. So maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn where you are. But it just goes along regardless of signs with what I was saying, the energy I was picking up. Okay, so let's start with the tarot cards. So what we've got here, and this is from the Dream Tarot, and Tarot of Dreams, I think it is. Ciro Marchetti, I think is how you say his name. But we've got the Queen of Wands. So we got the sexy ass Queen of Wands, and then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's that earth energy. He's pretty sexy himself. And then we've got the Five of Wands. And there are a lot of different dudes on there, different people. So that's what we're saying, that maybe there are others involved affecting this connection in some way, shape, or form. And for some of you, you know, again, it's going to be for a very slim minority. It's almost not worth saying. There could be others or another person in the room at the time that you're alone. So you guys are all three alone together, if you know what I mean. But, you know, that's, like I already said, not for everybody. We'll start with the Queen of Wands. Actually, let me give you my intuitive impression of this real quick. Just a second. I just feel like it's pretty simple. This is a hotsy-totsy lady. And I feel like some of you, if you're the lady or the feminine, you're going to make a solid offer to this person. Like, you're going to offer them something, okay? It might not even be related to being alone with one another. Maybe you're inviting them to go to a party or to do an outdoors event or something, a sporting event, right? But there is someone here that is conflicted. Either this person's conflicted or this group of people are conflicted. So those are the initial intuitive hits. And so we'll see if anything else can come out to elaborate on some of those avenues that we can go down. It is a general reading. You can't follow every avenue for everything, but give you the general interpretations regarding the question, which is, what would they do if they got you alone? So the Queen of Wands, fiery lady, very passionate and sexy, right? She usually is. Arguably the sexiest of the queens in the deck, maybe just aside from the Empress, which is also a very sensual feminine energy as well. But I feel that with this ace being right next to her, this could be the first time that you're ever with this person. Others of you, it could be the first time in a long time with that earth energy, slower moving energy of earth. And I already said that I felt like, yeah, there's going to be a seduction scenario going on. So when we saw those charms of the eagle and the hummingbird, you know, some of you who are watching are actually the eagle. You're going to swoop in and take this person. You might seduce them without even trying. She doesn't even have to really try to seduce someone to seduce them, this Queen of Wands. She is naturally very seductive, right? When she's comfortable, it comes out. And so, or when she's challenged, it depends on the person, right? So I see the feminine being seductive. And so how does this go when you are, say you're behind closed doors now? I feel like you'll probably be subtle. Some of you might be more direct, but I feel like it's kind of a roundabout way or a slower seduction. where it's like she shows a little bit of her cleavage. You know, she bends forward to take a drink from him or to put something on the table or something, and she flashes a little bit of cleavage. You know, the things that girls do, women do. She might touch his hand or laugh, you know, particularly heartily at some joke that he says or something that he says that she thinks is funny, or she wants him to think is funny because she's trying to seduce him. And a swish of the hair here with the hair, because her hair is up. So it could be that this person, you know, if this is you, whoever the feminine is, puts their hair down, right? Maybe it's up when you guys are out and about, and then you get back into somebody's place, you get alone, and the hair comes down. And I felt like that's very seductive for this person who's already extremely attracted to you regardless. At the, you know, filming of this reading presently, this person is longing for you, feeling regretful as well. So yeah, that reminds me, if you guys haven't checked out last Sunday's reading, do they have regrets? Go ahead and check that out. It'll be linked in the playlist, linked down below. But I do feel like this person is longing for you already. So it's not going to take much to seduce this person. They already want you. Going in, they already want you. And I do see you guys could be together after spending the day together, okay? So there's a certain amount of comfort here. Because despite that Five of Wands, I feel like you have spent time together. You spent the day together. You spent the evening together. There's this energy of you guys have spent enough time in that day, in that particular day together, to feel more honest and open. There's a certain kind of like sense of devotion towards each other, or sense of mutual interest that you guys have already shown one another. So there's a certain level of comfort there. So I do see seduction happening here. With that Ace of Pentacles, I feel like the relationship is definitely consummated. If this is your reading, it looks like, if you were a private client, I would tell you, it's like, yeah, it looks like you guys are definitely headed towards consummating the relationship. There is this energy of merging, coming together, mind, body, and spirit, being intimate. And it could even be like the energy of falling in love as well. Okay? So I really just feel like this is good. Okay, whatever you guys, if you decide to get physical, sensual and physical with this person, I feel like it's really good. It's really, really satisfying as well. I'm drawn to the green here, and this is like the shape of an egg. Wear protection or use protection, because something could start growing in somebody, you know, as a result of this. Not for everybody, gonna say it because I'm getting it. Others of you, it's just really good sex, really good intimacy. And then we've got the Five of Wands, okay? So look at the Five of Wands. What does it make you think of? How does it make you feel? It looks a little conflicted, right? There is something here about paying it forward. I'm not sure what that is about. Let me go back to this card real quick. We've got compatibility too that came out from the True Love Oracle. So if you guys have never been with this person, or it's been a while since you have been intimate with this person, the compatibility, I feel like for the majority of you, is definitely still going to be there. Others of you, it feels like this helps the relationship along, in the sense that it shows you, like, if you had a question as to whether or not you guys would be compatible in this area, you get your answer this day, right? This is also asking you to be honest about what you like, in terms of how you like to be touched and things like that. Because for some of you, you might have held back in the past with this person or with somebody else. You might be a little bit reluctant to open up about what you really like, or you might pretend to like certain things intimacy-wise, or even just like in general, that the other person likes, just, you know, basically to get along or something. This is saying, you know, your feelings are valid, your desires are valid, so don't be afraid to share those. And if you don't know what your desires are or what you like in this area, you might want to start thinking about it and being honest with yourself about that, okay? Digging into those deeper feelings about what you want, in terms of like what you want to happen when you guys are behind closed doors, and where you want it to lead and things like that. You definitely want to be honest, because if you are dishonest about certain things, then you might end up with somebody who isn't right for you, and that doesn't make sense, right? I mean, you can always do certain things, revise and create a scenario where you guys are more compatible, but this is saying, you know, you can't change what you don't acknowledge, so be honest with yourself and with the person, you know, about what you like and what you want. So with that being said, we're back to the Five of Wands, and it shows us, like, again, I said something about paying it forward, like, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, that kind of a thing. Also, some of you could feel like I don't know, the sense of revenge is a hard or harsh word, but if there are competitors for this person or for you, one of you could feel like, you know, you're getting your just desserts, right? This is justice, like, and you're getting back at somebody. Maybe it could be a little bit like a little bit of underlying anger or conflict, you know, fueling the passion, like at some point. But I don't get that that's going to be all it is or what it is entirely. I feel like you're probably going to do it more than one time. And one of those times might feel a little bit rougher, a little bit more tense or something. So maybe a little anxiety related to expressing yourself for those of you who don't like to say what you like in bed or anything like that, okay? So yeah, I definitely get just, you guys, what's going to happen when they get you behind closed doors? You're going to get lucky. And you might tell somebody afterwards, or if this person's a chatty Cathy, they might, you know, kiss and tell. Just be conscientious of that. Follow your intuition to decide if you think that's what they'll do, or if that worries or concerns you. Have a talk. But I feel like you guys, like, immediately after you leave this person's place, or if after they leave you, you're on your cell phone talking to somebody about this. So you're like, you know, maybe your best friend or something like that. I feel like there's something here where you're talking about this afterwards. It's probably that good. You know, hopefully that's the reason why you're calling people. And like I already said, I do feel like there's going to be a few more rolls in the sheets before it's all done and said and done. And I also am getting like post-coital, right? Afterwards, there is this playful teasing. This can be the card of playful teasing in a relationship. But I am just saying to be a little bit cautious, like if you're going to tease this person or when they're teasing you, because this card is a little bit conflicted where it talks about egos getting in the way. And I don't know if you guys will afterwards just like panic, or someone might like feel a little bit alarmed and, you know, defense mechanisms go up or something like that. So just be conscious that you're not the one doing that. And if this person is doing that, just be conscious of why they might be doing that, and then redirect it and let them know, you know, that, you know, let them know how you feel about it, right? Speak your mind. Don't be rude. This is a card that does advocate for, you know, listening and practicing diplomacy and tact. So it's like playful teasing. You know, somebody could decide that they want to be right about something. It could be anything. And then it gets taken seriously, or somebody like get their feelings hurt or something like that. But the essential thing you need to know is that whatever happens, it's just that you both want to be heard afterwards, like heard and understood. And it should just be handled carefully. And so I don't really see this being a big deal, but you're just being guided to just pay attention, you know, afterwards. Like, is this person teasing me? Let's say if they're doing it to you, are they teasing me? Is there an underlying meanness to it? Is there an underlying message? It's not saying to go into analysis paralysis. It's just saying like practice good you know, boundary hygiene in that sense, that this person is still honoring and respecting you enough to your standards afterwards, which we're not talking about afterwards. We're talking about what happens, you know, when you get alone. And so this is what happens when you get alone. So that card just advocates for that, diplomacy and tact there. So with that being said, maybe we'll get, I'll get you an advice card too here. If the reading is resonating, please hit the like button and subscribe. Comment down below if this is your reading, and hit the bell to receive notifications so you don't miss my next video. What advice do we have, Spirit, regarding this reading, please? For group 1, when they get alone with their person, the Page of Wands. Open, honest communication. We've got the Sun. Be positive about it. Enjoy it. If you're going to do it, freaking enjoy it. It looks like there is a positive outcome, so that's just validation from Spirit that we shouldn't worry too much about that Five of Wands. That basically, you know, you're going to be feeling like you got lucky. This is success. Again, somebody is maybe going to become, potentially become a parent out of the situation with that kid coming out on top of that egg. So, I mean, that's pretty in your face, but you can avoid it if you want to, obviously. But, yeah. Like, what is the advice? Be open and honest. Take an innocent and playful approach. See where this goes. It's a passionate new beginning or a passionate beginning. And so you just want to treat it as such. I feel like if this is going to be inspiring, this is going to be stimulating and passionate. It's going to make you feel creative afterwards. This is going to make you feel like excited for the journey ahead, this new adventure that you're going on, you know, after having been alone with this person. This connection is going to be more like that. It's going to be, so Spirit is saying with that sun card, be positive and enjoy yourself, because again, why not? You know, why would you do it? Why would you want to be alone, even if it doesn't go this far? However far it goes, it's like if you're behind closed doors with this person, you got there somehow, and so you might as well enjoy it, have fun, and play, be playful. So I'm going to get you a manifestation card, Group 1, and then that will be your reading, and I will move on to Group 2. So what guidance or advice do we have for Group 1 regarding this reading, please? Gratitude. Yeah. Yes, release attachment. No attachments to outcomes here. Be kind of just go with the flow, because longing vibe is the vibe of not having. But I feel like your person is longing. So I think that if you are kind of averse to getting close to this person, and I already said that some of you are like that, but maybe in the future, if you're not like that now, you will be that way in the future. Like you might feel conflicted afterwards, because if this person is this obsessed with you or this like into you, whether they show it or not, that's their energy, then it might be a turnoff for you if you pick up on that energetically. But if you're the one who is being like tempted to be very attached or to get very attached, especially feminines get attached, it's a biochemical freaking it's a trick, right? It's a scam, a biochemical scam that our bodies release oxytocin after getting physical with someone, and then we get attached, right? This is saying, no, don't do that. Just be grateful for the experience and that you had a good time, because this looks like a good time. Whatever you guys end up doing, to the extent it goes, it's a good time. Feel grateful for that. And, you know, even in your present life, it's saying gratitude, attraction, and opportunities. So gratitude increases attraction and opportunities. Little things count. Be grateful for all you have in life. So it's like if you're already making gratitude lists every day, or making it a point to rewire your brain, some of you really do need to do that. I can tell by the collective energy. Sometimes I get this feeling that people need to do that, and I'm getting that. Like some of you have already started, good on you. Others need to rewire their brain to where they are looking for the good in things and the things that they need to feel grateful for, because that is what attracts more good things to you, including this very good time you're about to have or going to have. Don't know when you're going to have it, because that's not the question today, but this is what we've got for you guys, gratitude. So thank you. With that being said, I have to say thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. If you would like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box. And I'm going to take it over to Group 2. Welcome, Group 2. Thanks for tuning into your reading. I hope you're doing well. So we've got your pile here, and I'm going to let you know what I am picking up on. So I should probably just mention that if you're feeling particularly sensitive today, maybe choose Group 1 or 3, or check out a playlist and choose a different group from down, or a different reading from down below. I don't know about this energy. I can't tell you, like, I mean, I don't know. So we'll get into it. I'll start talking. You listen and decide. What are your energies? I feel like you're a younger person. So what does a younger person mean? I don't know. Like late teens to like early 30s. But even if you're older than that, you can still be like in that energy with regard to this person. I generally get that you guys are, you know, searching for answers. Things are unclear between you and this person. That's why you're here. It's like, but others of you are just like, maybe, I feel like maybe a little bit impulsive or innocent. There's this youthful or inexperienced vibe, at least compared to this person. I feel like the two of you, there could have been, there's just tension between the two of you, okay? I think that your person is very clever, okay? I think they do have sort of like a mean side to them, to be honest. Now, what does that look like? For some of you, it looks like maybe they are just, their ego has gone too far. They're demanding. Others of you, it's not even that intense. It's just that they're very, like, assertive. Some of them could be very religious or have really strong beliefs, and like whatever they believe in is all that they know, all that they see, and they're not tolerant towards other points of view or towards your point of view or something. Like they're more like focused on themselves, okay? Very self-focused, for better or for worse. But I do feel for some of you, it will be kind of like they're focused on themselves in a way that actually hurts you or this connection, or has done that. Others of you, it's like you're a little bit less experienced. This person's a lot more experienced. You're a little bit more vulnerable. This person is a lot more like assertive and dominant. And there is this energy of maybe manipulation between the two of you, or some sort of friction. So that's what we're getting. Now let's get some charms. I'm going to try to lighten it up because I can. It's my channel, and why not? Why wouldn't I do that? So we're going to start off with charms and messages, and then we'll get into your song and your cards. So angel spirits and guides for everybody who chose group 2. What would they do if they got you alone? What would they do if they got group 2 alone? All right, we've got the airplane here. We got Ducky. See, this is what I was talking about. I feel like one is much more assertive. I feel like this is your person, and you're like the Ducky. There's something innocent about you. And I'm also seeing, I'm not going to say that, Spirit, unless it comes out again, because that's a little bit bold. We've got be beautiful. So this person could be telling you that you are beautiful. What's going to happen? This person says, you know, that you're beautiful. They could be telling you they want to heal the connection, they want to grow the connection, or I do think this person thinks you're beautiful because there is a serenity or compassion or a purity of your nature that, at least in this person's opinion, they see that in you, that makes them feel like affection towards you, okay? We've got the silver ring with the citrine in there. So, rings always symbolize like continuity. I'm also getting from that a sense of, yeah, mostly just continuity and enthusiasm. So I feel like there is this energy of maybe seeing each other again for the first time in a while, or feeling like you've known each other from before if you don't, and feeling like initially enthusiastic to be there, and there being a sweetness in this person being assertive. Maybe they're the ones that make it happen for you guys to be alone, because they do see your beauty. And then we've got the dragonfly. So there's like a spiritual element to the connection as well. Sort of like an otherworldly sort of quality to the connection. And yeah. So it's more just kind of validating what I'd already said with that, with a couple of extra things in there. And let's get some sexy messages. Now, I told group 1, I'm going to tell you that I'm reserving the right to censor these messages because some of the words on these cards are a little racy or a lot racy for YouTube. So just know that in advance. So think about your person. What would they do if they got group 2 alone? Or what would this person say about getting group 2 alone if they had no filter? Group 2's person. This sort of egocentric individual here. Look at these real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. First we've got, I love it how I can hold you while spooning during sex. And what I was going to say, it did come out, so I'm going to say it. This person wants, yeah, to do more than spooning, right? This is a phallic symbol. This is a rear end. Some of you, that's kind of a power move. When somebody wants to do something like that to you, it can be, in this sense, or reading, for some it is, that is what I'm getting, the vibe I'm picking up. But it is sweet that they, you know, they want to hold you while spooning during that. And then I have a desire to spank you. This is that egocentric, almost God complex-like energy, older, more experienced energy, wanting to spank you. And it was just a one-night stand, move on. So I told you there was going to be something. Did I not say before even pulling those cards that there might be something in here that some of you might not like to hear? So if you're feeling sensitive, you know, you should have clicked off by now, or now is your clue to click off and choose another group. Remember, you don't have to accept anything that you don't want to accept because you are a creator of your reality. But that's another subject for another channel. So just know that, like, if you haven't had a one-night stand with this person, then next time you're alone, you could. That could be indicating that you will. And if you do, think very long and hard about that, because this person is egocentric and could make it to where, like, they just hit it and quit it or something. But let's get to the song that came out for you guys. Use the randomizer again. As I've said many times before, cards, the entirety of the card could resonate, just the vibe of the card could resonate, the title, it'll be different for different people, different situations, everybody's different. But with this one, we've got a very sweet card, Roy Orbison's Anything You Want, okay? So I really like that, but under the energy that I'm picking up from this person, it almost feels like this is sweet talk. But I will read it to you, just a few of the lines. It says, every time I look into your loving eyes, I see a love that money just can't buy. So it's like they do see this love in your eyes, or this care, or this openness. Like I said, you feel vulnerable, and this is attractive to this person. There's something about you that's attractive, and that's part of it. You know, and I see, okay, and then one look from you and I drift away. I pray that you are here to stay. Some of these people are prayers, are more traditional religion, I feel. Obviously not everybody, okay? But I think in the moment, and for some of you, it won't be just a one-night stand. Let me just put that out there. Or it wouldn't be if you decided to go there. But others of you, it would. But I do feel initially, like beforehand, when they get you alone or something, they do have that, like, they just, you're very intoxicating. It almost feels like a little bit of an empath and narcissist sort of vibe. Again, not for everybody, but if the shoe fits, wear it, because you need to know so you can change it or avoid it, because that's what it's like. It's like part of what you are so enchanting and intoxicating to this person for is the fact that you do like them so much, or that there is something open and sort of naive or innocent about you, okay? And they are someone who is used to like playing hardball or something like that, right? And so that's intoxicating. So in those moments when they are alone with you, it's not like they don't like you. They do like you. But I just don't trust this person unless something changes in the reading. I don't trust them. And then it says again, every time I hold you, I begin to understand. Everything about you tells me I'm your man. So I live my life to be with you. No one can do the things you do. So if this person was being sincere, obviously this is an ideal card. But this is one of those circumstances where the card is saying one thing, but it's meaning the opposite for a lot of you, okay? That's why we say we interpret the cards, including songs, intuitively. All right, so hopefully, if you want that card to be sincere and those words to be sincere from your person of interest, that they will be, and for some, maybe that will be the case. But for others of you, I am saying caution. Let me get this one out because I feel like it goes along with everything. This is the Sacred Woman. She is based on the Native American Indian legend of the white buffalo, okay? I think she was white buffalo woman, white buffalo calf woman or something. And she is basically the Native American version of the divine feminine. And what she comes through is, like, her story basically is when somebody tried to disrespect her, a warrior basically came to try to claim her like she was property, like she was like an object. And she kicked his ass, basically. She kicked his ass. Much respect. Maybe this is your guide's way of saying, you know, be more like her. Honor yourself. Now, you don't have to, obviously, should go without saying, necessarily kick anybody's butt or be physical, but it does mean stand up for yourself. And so it is saying that, you know, as a result, bottom line, standing up for herself, she taught this person to respect her. And then I think the story goes that basically the warrior went back to camp and she was like, yeah, I'm going to come to your camp, but on my terms. I want a whole feast. She was like, woman after my own heart, you know, I want a whole feast and I want this, and this done. That's just the story. So, but you see what I'm saying? She earned, she stood up for herself, earned his respect. And the only reason in the story that she continues to deal with him after he tried to treat her like an object or do what she felt was treating her like an object, the only reason that she continued to deal with him is because she could see in his eyes that he respected her. Like he was, like she stood up and he was like shook. So that told her, you know, that he respected her. But the whole, like, the way this applies to the reading in modern times is basically that you need to respect yourself in order for others to respect you. And if you're very sweet and or like impulsive, naive, young, inexperienced, or vulnerable to this person, regardless of age, then you're being asked by this card to not play any games. Don't give ultimatums or make threats or pretend to be something that you're not. It's instead talking about standing in your integrity, okay? Making sure your life is one, and the people you deal with are people who make you feel secure and don't infringe on that. And, you know, that basically, by doing that, you know, you actually get this person to treat you better or treat you more like the way that you want to be treated. And so that's your best chance right there, is to treat yourself the way that you would like to be treated, and respect yourself and respect your feelings and act on your feelings. And this person might see that and be like, oh, that makes me more interested in you. Or honestly, they could say, well, I'm going to leave her alone then, because this is not somebody I can walk all over. But if that were the case, you'd be better off, wouldn't you? So, and if you don't know how to embody her energy and her strength, you know, she is a spiritual entity. You can call upon her and her energy, right, to come in and help you out, to make it so that you know how to stand up for yourself and you don't accept less than what you deserve, and that you can, to show you how to just respect yourself and to get that respect from others in doing so, okay? Have more courage and things like that. So you can call on the White Buffalo Calf Woman. So the cards that we got for you guys, this is, what's her name? Natalie Murtaki Tarot, the Mood Tarot. And we've got the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Tower. Okay. So with the, that's funny. There's some lovely filth over here, Dennis. If you guys have never watched, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I would suggest you do that if you like dry humor or anything like that, off humor. Just maybe after this reading, if it resonates, you're going to need a laugh. Others of you, that's kind of my humor, so I do have a different kind of sense of humor, so just keep that in mind for future reference. But what this is telling me, back to the reading, is that, let me look at them all. Yeah, that somebody is or will be feeling, you know, left out in the cold due to a lack of commitment and a potential argument or blow up, okay? Yeah. And it might, and honestly, it's probably going to be you, or it is. So I do feel that for some of you, you know exactly who you're dealing with. Like if you're still watching, you know that this is your person, and what I've told you is validation, and yes, I am adding to it more information, but it's still resonating. So I don't think it's any surprise to you at this point that that this is probably something that you should have given up on a long time ago, or for some of you years ago, with that being Pentacles, but it doesn't have to be. It's like it should have been, it's overdue that this is something that you should have given up on, the connection, because It seems like you're still holding on to it, even though it has had a major change, upheaval, or an ending. And you're still wanting it to live up to some sort of ideal. So if you want it to live up to some sort of ideal, guys, you need to manifest that and do a whole, but others of you, you just don't even want to do that. You just want it to happen. And it's not, as of present energies, this is a snapshot of present energies, we can see that that's not going to happen. So something needs to change here. And if you don't change it and you're like, this ending hasn't happened yet, but you're like being left out in the cold by this person, mistreated in any way by this person, if they're being mean to you in any way, or disrespecting you in any way, or having other people in their life, like if they're cheating, yada, 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 fill in the blank, then this is saying that eventually an active nature will happen, right? The Tower card represents outside influences coming in and taking something down, destroying something, because it doesn't belong. It doesn't stand in integrity. It doesn't deserve to continue to exist at that point, because it needs to be wiped out, slate clean, to start over and build something better. That's because this woman is trying to emerge in your life, if she hasn't already. So this is just idealism gone astray. And I do hesitate to make anybody feel any kind of way about that, because yeah, it's too complicated to get into. So for the purposes of this reading, is just saying, like, what does that idealism look like for some of you, is that you want to change the world to accommodate this love, but the world's not changing. You guys are both, even if together, still out in the cold. Things are rough and needs aren't being met. And if things don't change, then an outside force of nature, the universe, will step in. Universe, aka your own subconscious mind, will step in and end it, because it knows you deserve better. There is this desire, though, that exists between the two of you. So how does this pertain to, what would they do if they got you alone? Well, I would say that they will leave you out in the cold. I don't know that this person would be alone with you, or if they did, it would be rough and rocky. You guys might argue, right? And about needs that are not being met. And I do see there is desire between you that still exists with that Three of Wands, even though it's in reverse. I do see nostalgia, like it wasn't always terrible. Or one or both of you has experienced like a happy, healthy love in the past, and you're wanting that, missing that. And I do see a desire to try to understand, and that desire to understand, that's probably why you would get together with this person. Probably why, if you were to be alone with them, that would happen, is because there's a desire to understand. And then as a result of that desire, then things happen, and you discover that you guys still have a flame for one another, or that flame is still there, or that at the very least that there are feelings that exist between the two of you that you had thought you had lost, or that you had thought were gone but are still there. But either way you cut it, we do have a bumpy ride here. And if you were to get physical with this person, it would be definitely a bumpy ride in the sack as well. Very exciting. This person could, yeah, lots of excitement and surprises, let's put it that way. But there's also, we can't downplay with the Tower that there is a danger of, deception, betrayal, and or a split after that. Or just a continuation of that if it already exists. So you're just being guided really to protect yourself however you can. Call on that white buffalo calf woman if you need to. I definitely feel like the initial, rediscovering of the old flame, or the initial spark of the realization of whatever feelings exist between you guys, will die out, or will be put out almost as quickly as it was ignited, by the universe, because things aren't right. So, sorry, that's what we're getting. And I wish I had better news for you. And if it doesn't resonate, or you just don't like the reading, you don't have to take it. Simply pick another group or another reading, or come back another day. if it is triggering you, that's probably evidence that you need to do some affirmations and that state the opposite of this, or that there's something that you need to do differently in order to improve your circumstances. There's some shift within you that you need to take or make. If it wouldn't bother you at all if it totally didn't resonate. If it bothers you, that means that you fear that this is happening, or you think it is, or like it is resonating. So there are changes. This is like your warning from spirit that, you know, there are changes that you need to make, and it starts from within you, okay? So stand up for yourself, do the things already mentioned, love yourself more, beware, be cautious with this person. I can see that there's an attraction for sure, and I can see like the dynamic. I understand this sort of dynamic for the most part. I've seen it many, many times. But I also want you guys to do what is best for you, obviously, because you're the ones I care about. You're my viewers. And many of you are very loyal viewers who've been with me for years now. So I just want the best for you. And but it is a general public reading, so I don't want to make too big of a deal about everything. But I'm just kind of trying to smooth over your feelings, because I know this is a rocky, rough read. Okay. So with that being said, let's get you some advice. And if you do like the reading and it resonates, don't shoot the messenger, but you can like the reading and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications for when I upload my next video. What advice does Spirit have for group 2 regarding this? It's all fun and sex games until you have to pee. So basically this is like kind of what it's saying. It sort of epitomizes what was said in the reading. Like if it did get intimate, this person wanting to spank you, tie you up, could be into some of that dom submissive sort of thing. But I'm not feeling it in a good way. Like it's not something that I feel like you're really into. Maybe some of you are. Others of you, I feel like the underlying vibe of the reading does not support it being a happy, good time. It might be a lusty, fun time in a sense, but for the most part, that's not a great card, the Eight of Swords. So it's hard to twist this around and make it good. It's basically, there's some sort of restriction, like you're imposing a self-imposed restriction, holding yourself back, self-sabotaging yourself by dealing with this person, or to be alone with them would be a form of self-sabotage at this point. Okay, so they're just letting you know that you're holding yourself back. There is more and better to be had. You don't need to listen to negative people or negative thoughts in your head that make you feel low self-esteem enough to accept something less than what you deserve. But some of you have just been alone too long, or you feel that this is all that you basically deserve, and I'm really sorry if that's the case. But the advice card is pretty clear that you need to release. You need to escape, liberate yourself from the situation. Get free. There's nothing holding you back but yourself here. Maybe mind games by this person for some of you could qualify as holding you back, but really it's still within your power to walk away. So that's what they're suggesting. And so, you need to free yourself. And let's get some guidance here. So let's say that the viewer is totally got their heart set on this person, or an improvement in this connection, or you guys are like one of the very small percentage that the situation actually isn't this dire, but you're just watching because you're curious, or because a couple of key things did resonate. What guidance would Spirit then have for group 2 regarding shifting the connection, or just getting more of what they want? What guidance or advice does Spirit have for group 2? It's manifested. New desired reality is already present in your life. Vibrational alignment. Astrology gives edge. All right. So this is guiding me to tell you about like the teachings of Neville Goddard and law of assumption, which is kind of an extension of the law of attraction, except it's a more in-depth study of it. And it's, you've heard me talk about quantum physics and multiple, or actually infinite parallel realities which already exist. This is essentially saying that the reality where this person is a good match for you and treats you with the respect, treats you like the sacred buffalo woman, the reality where this person is like the shaking warrior who recognizes her power and then runs back to his village and prepares a buffet. That reality exists, okay? The reality where this person is 100 times better than what they are coming out in the reading for most of you, that reality exists. It's just saying you need to get into alignment with that, okay? So astrology gives edge, so maybe seek out a trusted and respected astrologer to kind of help guide you, you know, in terms of like future actions that you want to take in your life. But I'm really feeling more guided to say that you're not as far from alignment with what you really want as you might think. And that's good. It's just a matter of stopping, like quitting holding yourself back, because this cage is not, it's not real. I mean, it's got a, she's, yeah, basically she could just walk right out. So this is about a shift in attitude and perspective in your thoughts, and to look at how to allow. So basically it's less about manifesting what you want and more about, for the majority that resonates with, it's more about allowing it to come in, which means working on self-concept, working on your sense of self-worth, really knowing and believing and saying affirmations like, I am now open to receive all of the abundance of the universe. I am worthy to receive X, Y, and Z, right? It's about believing that and aligning with that. So I feel like this is really good news, because it's better off, like, it's showing me that you're more closer to alignment with your desires than what I thought. And so just take my advice if you want to. If not, you could take the advice that was already given, that you separate yourself, liberate yourself, protect yourself, however and whichever way you can from this person. They are not in an energy, if this is your reading right now, it's not something I would deal with. And it's not what's best for you as a present energies for the majority, again, if it resonates. And if it doesn't, let it go. That's what I've got for you, Group 2. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below. And I'm moving on to Group 3. Welcome, Group 3. Thanks for tuning into your reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So I just realized the little Group 3 sticker is not here, and I don't know, here it is. Okay. So I think I managed to save some voice for you guys this time. Hopefully my voice will hold up throughout the reading. I've been doing a lot of talking today. So with that being said, the question of the day is, what would they do if they got you alone? So your person of interest, the one you came to the reading for, what would they do if they got you alone? We've got your pile ready. I'm going to tell you, I've been getting a lot of music for you guys. I did pull a music card for each group, but you guys got a couple of additional cards, or not cards, but additional songs that I heard that actually are not on any of my cards. And so I think that's kind of interesting. There's some sort of a music connection. If there is, let me know down below. Does somebody play music? You guys like share an interest in the same genre of music? Something along those lines. I was hearing, some of them are oldies, right? I've got some older people, and like the primary demographic who watch are like, you know, younger people to around middle-aged, around like my age, middle-aged, and then there's just like a trickling of older people, of course. You know, music is timeless if it's good, and but that's just interesting to note that one of the songs that I was getting was "Ain't No Mountain High Enough," or the lyric, I don't know what song this is. It's like, "Ain't no mountain high enough to keep me from getting to you, babe." And I think that is on like one of the Bridget Joneses. So maybe I just realized that. I just made that connection. And there was another song too. Maybe it'll come to me, but let's just get started. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up for you guys who have tuned in, and then that can help you to decide if this is the right reading for you, if you need to choose a different group or a different reading from a playlist link down below. However, you're always welcome to stick around if the reading is just interesting to you, because I know there are some that do that. They're like, well, the reading wasn't, I didn't watch it for a particular person, or it wasn't resonating, but it was so interesting that I just wanted to see how it ended up, or I just like the way you read your cards, so that's why I watch. But for whatever reason you're here, the energy for the one who the reading is for, some of you are like your own boss, self-employed, or very hardworking, or maybe you have ambitions to be self-employed. There is a seriousness to you, especially in terms of like making things happen, taking charge, being an initiator. You could be a conservative person, actually. Maybe you're just good at saving, like saving money, or Yeah, you could just be more on the conservative side. You're either a lady or a gentleman, and again, you could be like a business person. Some of you could actually be sort of well off financially. If so, my tip jar is linked down below. Just kidding, not really, but that's what I'm getting. And then for the other person, likely the one that you came to the reading for, although energies can be switched or vice versa if it resonates more that way. First of all, I feel like this is a friend of yours or somebody that you friend zoned or they friend zoned you. It's somebody that is hard to pin down, actually. It feels like they ghosted you or are doing that, thinking about doing that. But wherever they're at, if you're in separation, no contact, or whatever the case is, if they're not emotionally available, but they're in your life presently as a friend, they're hiding in the shadows, lurking, waiting. It feels like Three of Pentacles, where it indicates that like this could be a work or school relationship or some other common cause relationship, but it indicates that there's somebody in the wings waiting. Maybe you're like involved with somebody else, or they are. It feels like you would be. Bottom line, they're waiting in the wings. They're hiding. And it does feel there's some sort of either physical or emotional separation or both. There's this energy of somebody not being available, somebody that maybe lives at a distance, but more that it's just that they're gone. They're just like searching. They're not present. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So that being said, we're going to start off with the charms, and then I'm going to get you some sexy messages from the Sexy Messages deck. And Spirit, for everyone who chose group 3, what would their person do if they got, what would their person do if they got group 3 alone? Fireworks, boom. That's what we want to see. Explosion, fireworks, woohoo! Another song is coming through, Afternoon Delight. Sky rockets in flight, afternoon delight. Okay. And oh my gosh, are you seriously? I swear, I've got like, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed for you guys. Like, oh, I have 3 charms that indicate SEX, and you got like all 3 of them. I'm pretty sure I've only got like 3. And you've got the fireworks, the snap with the male and the female part fit together like a glove, and we've got this we got a screw. Okay, yeah. So what would they like to do to you if they got you alone? Can you guys put it together? Let me know in the comment section. No, I'm kidding. And then red wine. So I'm hearing UB40, red wine. So maybe they want to wine you and dine you and something else to you. You know what I'm saying? How the saying goes. And then we've got, this came out in group 1, I think. So if you were drawn or divided between 1 and 3, maybe check that one out as well. But this is hummingbird charm. Okay, really drawn to the purple this time, and it feels like this is a powerful connection, or you're a powerful person. Somebody here is very wise, and there's an element of a spiritual power to this connection as well. Like it's spiritually powerful, and then somebody is like literally powerful in a worldly sense. Okay, but yeah, there you go. And that's what we got as far as your charms, and let's see what comes out of the Sexy Messages deck. So go ahead and think about your person. Excuse me, for everybody who is tuned in to group 3, Spirit. What would their person of interest say to them if they had no filter, and or what would they say, like what would they do to group 3 if they got them alone, please? What would group 3's person do if they got them alone? Let me look at them, because I reserve the right to censor, because these cards are pretty racy sometimes. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So we've got the guilt of our relationship is eating me alive. I don't think we can continue this. So this is where I was talking about that one or both of you is involved with somebody else or not available. Maybe that's why this is a friend relationship, or somebody's been friend zoned here. Or this could be your person. They came across as being not available. We've got I want you in my bed every night. So the fact that this person, I mean, this person's obviously extremely attracted to you. We saw all those sexy charms. And, but and please let me go. I can't stand your obsession. So somebody here is wanting to be let go. I feel like this person, I definitely get there is an obsession, but it feels like it's more geared towards you from your person. Now you can take it vice versa if you in fact know that you're the obsessed one. But like I said from the beginning, I feel like your person's hiding in the shadows. I feel like even though that they might have friend zoned you or gone away, I heard this person might have cheated on you with somebody else, but they're watching you. This could be an ex who cheated, or that's why it ended. Lots of different people getting a lot of different scenarios, but I'm gonna stick to the main ones and the main messages. And I do feel like this person is like, they're obsessed with you. But I do want to, there is a part of like they're at war with themselves, right? Where they do want to let this go because it is intense. There's intense feelings, especially if you know you're obsessed with them and they know that, right? You could take the card verbatim. Others of you, it's that they want to stop being obsessed with you. And yeah, so let's see what I wanted. This leads me to this card, which came out using the randomizer. We got the Police, the quintessential stalker card. I don't know. I'm not picking up on this person being a literal stalker, at least I hope not. But again, it is about this person watching you, maybe doing drive-bys, like little baby Yoda in his carriage there. Little love hearts coming out of their eyes as they do so, you know, past your work or past your home or something like that for some of you. Just take what resonates. But like the other groups, I will read a few lines and try to link this down below, as I do with all the songs for the most part. I think I've been doing pretty good on that, linking the songs as I've said I would. So it says, I think the name of this card is Every Breath You Take, I think. But basically it says every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see you belong to me? My poor heart aches with every step you take. So this is this is the energy of obsession for real, for real. And so I feel like, you know, your person is obsessed with you. And I think you might not even know it. You could have friend zoned this person. In fact, if you're here for one person, but this sounds like somebody else, you can already hear somebody in the audience saying that, no, that's not the person I'm here for. This is somebody else. Well, they're stalking you in your readings as well. You might want to shield, burn some sage, do a little protection spell on yourself. All right. But, mostly it's to do with this person like pretending to feel one way or hiding from this connection and actually still being very intently focused on you. So the next card we're going to look at is from the True Love deck, True Love Oracle, True Love deck. We've got boundaries, okay? So I do feel like you know who this person is. You probably even know that they watch you. Maybe you watch them too, because I'm drawn to this little owl, this little Bubo, right, from Clash of the Titans. And owls are, you know, they have a higher vantage point. Birds have a higher vantage point because they fly, but also it's like a predatory bird. But yet this bird is just chilling on her shoulder. So she's like, yeah, I know you're a predator who watches me. Oh my gosh, did I just say that? Well, that's my weird sense of humor. Don't freak out. But yeah, it could be that. Bottom line, you know who this person is. You intuitively know who this person is. If you don't think you know who this person is, or that they watch you, or that they feel this way, then tune in your intuition. I'll have some things to tell you. This is just about enforcing boundaries. So let's say you did friend zone this person. You probably intuitively sensed that this person needed boundaries, very strong boundaries. And if you haven't done that, this could be your call to do that. As this card does talk about, you know, having a clear and healthy, you know, sense of yourself means teaching people, you know, your limitations and not engaging in unhealthy boundaries, which is basically somebody that can't say no or like anything like that. I feel like you guys are bosses. I feel like you would know how to say no to this person. So maybe this is just saying, you know, kudos for enforcing your boundaries, because this is somebody that would have become obsessive if they're not already. And there's somebody that needs boundaries enforced. In fact, you might have been the only one that ever really did enforce your boundaries to them. And so this is why they're like obsessed. They can't let it go. Others of you, I really feel like that's like the main message, but if you do feel like your boundaries are a little shaky, then they're asking you to, you know, to work on that. Basically, it's important to communicate your feelings, you know, your needs and your preferences. In order to do that, you need to set the example of how others should treat you by the way that you treat yourself, right? And put yourself first, and you don't need to like rely on other people to do things for you that you can do for yourself, or to bring you joy, because you're perfectly capable of finding joy like in your hobbies, in your pets, or whatever it is here, whatever you do. Okay, I feel like some of you are quite magical. Some of you are my sister witches out there, and you find joy in your own interests, whatever those are. So yeah. So this is all about maintaining these boundaries with this person. So the next time you see them, what's going to happen? You're going to maintain boundaries. You're going to maintain healthy boundaries. You don't have to be mean about it. You just need to, this is somebody that I feel like they are looking for chinks in your armor to find a way in. So if you don't want them to, you know, trample on your boundaries, you can ask for your guides and your angels to help you to enforce those boundaries through communicating lovingly to this person that, you know, you have X, Y, and Z boundaries, and make it clearly evident to them that those boundaries are not to be traversed, okay? So not to be crossed. So using the Tarot of Sexual Magic, cards that we got for you guys, the Chariot. I mean, look at her back. Her back is to him. So it's like she's putting a boundary between the two of them. He's reaching out to her, and he's like got his whip or something, wanting to do something to her. But she's just like, nah, I don't think so. So, and then we've got the Six of Cups. Watching each other. Them watching you, you watching them. And then we've got the Knave of Wands. The Knave of Wands has been coming out a lot in the last couple of weeks. You guys are dealing with some passionate people. So, with that being said, with that Chariot, well, let me just see. I basically feel like this person, like I was saying, the song that I got, ain't no mountain high enough to keep me from getting to you. This person is determined, and then that goes with every breath you take. I'll be watching you, like whatever, right? It's like this person feels like you belong to them, and I hope you want them to feel that way, because that's how they feel. And it's interesting because that's probably not what they're showing. But I think they drive themselves crazy. Maybe they're just obsessive in general, and you just happen to be their latest obsession. But we'll see what else comes out, whatever else I'm picking up on. So I definitely feel like for some of you, this reading is a surprise. Like either you didn't expect this person to come out, this isn't the one that you came here for, or you did expect them, like this is the one that you came here for, but I'm telling you things that you were not expecting to hear, but yet they are, it's all resonating, or puzzle pieces are fitting together. But this is more literal too. If there's a distance between the two of you, or even if there's not, if you live in the same town, this person could be coming over. So this is how it's going to happen. What would they do if they get you alone? Well, first they're going to come over. It looks like they're taking action towards you more than likely. And some of you, it could be vice versa, but I feel like, you know, it's probably, yeah, somebody, it's just like, what? This part isn't as important, who makes the move first, as just the general energy of contact being made here. And it does feel a little bit like all's fair in love and war, right? This is why you need to maintain, you know, your boundaries and stuff until you guys can come up with a treaty that you both agree upon, and a peace agreement, right? Or something along those lines. A structure, a system that works for both of you. And only then should you, I mean, in my opinion, if it were me, that would be the only time that I would entertain somebody like this. is if we had an understanding ahead of time and this person demonstrated they were perfectly cool with and wanting to legitimately, you know, follow and adhere to my boundaries. So let's see what else here. Because this is, in this deck especially, this is the Conquer card. And I feel that this person, for some of you, they have ghosted or run away, or they're retreating or friend zoned you. And in that case, you know, it's like it was a fake retreat. They're trying to win by the element of surprise. So maybe they met you and you're like a boss babe, and then they saw that you have boundaries and protection, spirit animal protection or literal protection, or these could be friends or just co-workers, employees, family, friends, something. And like you're protected, you've got your shield up, right? And they have all these feelings for you because you're so beautiful and you're so enticing, and they're like obsessed with you. But they know that they cannot pull the same nonsense on you or show up less than what you deserve, because you will not tolerate that, or you stopped tolerating that. And so now this person like ran away from the connection, but they have every intention of running back to it and surprising you so that they can have that element of surprise, catch you off guard kind of thing. Okay? Maybe showing up on your doorstep when you absolutely do not expect them to, or something like that. Seeing them out and about when you did not expect them to be there, because they're trying to shake you up to, maybe you will loosen up on your shield or something, or maybe if you startle response, your little protective bird here on your shoulder will fly away and they can have more of a chance to reach you, or to have you respond the way they would want you to. I am getting Brown Eyed Girl. That's a song from Sleeping with the Enemy. Oh gosh, Lord. I hope that movie has no resonance, does it, Spirit? No, it's the song. This song is Brown Eyed Girl. You, my brown-eyed girl, do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-dee-da? You guys know that song? Okay, so that's coming through. This is a card of reminiscing. You could have brown eyes. If so, they really love your eyes. And they're eyeing your pictures. And I feel like you guys are probably doing the same thing. And whatever is happening, it's reviving a desire to be together. If this is somebody from your past or an ex, there's a definite desire here to reconcile, or to relive the good old days. And it's like, if that's not happening now, that is probably going to happen. You guys are going to get together with this person. You're going to reminisce. You're going, and suddenly, like when you start to revisit all those fond feelings that you had for each other, or even if this is a newer person and you're just reminiscing about the good old days when you were younger or something, and you guys like are just, you have that in common and you're sharing those good feelings together, then suddenly the obstacles don't seem so daunting anymore, and you're thinking about the past, you're feeling nostalgic, and you're reminiscing. Like this person, new or old, for most it's old, this feels like, they feel like a cheese sandwich and tomato soup. They feel like grandmother's cookies. They feel like, it feels very sweet, okay? It's interesting because we've got the energy of love and war and conquering, and the present situation, but as we move forward, it becomes very sweet. And then with the Knave of Wands here, what this tells us is that an olive branch, if there is one that needs to be extended, an olive branch is being extended. And that's what we do when we're trying to make peace with somebody. So it could be an apology. Also get something else will be extended. My eye is drawn to this wand here over there behind the tree. And you see them embracing one another. Maybe you're dancing together. Maybe that's what's happening behind closed doors. So they do get past your boundary through reminiscing about sweet things, or saying and talking and sharing and caring about sweet things. And then they're embracing you, and you're abandoning your boundaries basically here. I see, maybe this person is a little eccentric. They do feel a little eccentric because of the way they're coming across. I feel like you are more, I don't know if you're like more mainstream or just more like conservative, more of a lady or a gentleman, more of a sort of person like that. And this person feels like, just by the way that I've described them, they feel like a little bit different. And because of this, maybe you're not sure about them. You're probably more established than them if that boss energy I picked up on earlier is you. And if so, like this person could be younger than you. And if so, either way, there's a sort of like something about them is a little different. We'll just leave it at that, okay? And so you might be questioning their character and their reliability. Like, is this somebody that I can deal with? Like, will they be there for me in the morning? Will I hear from them again? Should I even go there with them? You know, maybe you know this person, you know their past. Like if they're in a player energy or ever were, then maybe you just don't want to even deal with that. But I do see you questioning, but I feel like saying that, you know, this person, this isn't the common interpretation of this card, but I am feeling like this is somebody that this card is asking you, you know, basically to, you know, look past the appearance of their eccentricity or their odd behavior and look like beneath that, past that, into like what they're really feeling, right? Into the heart of the matter, the true essence of what they could potentially be really feeling. Like try to tune into that and see that. Don't just dismiss outright based on their differences or like if they're odd or something like that. Unless you know this, you know what I'm saying? You know this person, I don't. If you know that you shouldn't deal with them or entertain them, then obviously don't. But if there's a question in your mind about whether to progress with this person and get closer to them, then this card asks you to give them the benefit of the doubt if you can see that they have genuinely true feelings for you. Okay? And if it's not just obsession, and if it's not just wanting to conquer you, and if it's not just this and that, right? It's if their feelings are true and beyond that, I feel like the Spirit is saying to, you know, think about giving them the benefit of the doubt, because we see a very warm attraction here between the two of you. And I do see that what's going to happen behind closed doors, you guys are going to say sweet words to one another. They're going to be warm words exchanged. I see like a change for the better here in this connection. I see happiness. I see this being a kind person despite all their flaws or their obsessive tendencies, despite any guilt that they might feel over the relationship for whatever reason. I'm not encouraging or passing judgment on potential third parties here. I'm just telling you what I'm getting, and what I'm getting and being guided to say is that this, for a lot of you, is something that looks pretty good to entertain going forward, and that you'll realize that the next time that you're alone with them. So when we're seeing alone, transversing boundaries, somebody may be pretending not to be interested at first and then like coming in and being interested or showing up unexpectedly. We're seeing listening to music or dancing to music potentially. Maybe looking at pictures with one another, looking at each other's phones like of neat pictures or memes or something. I don't know with this here. But the general feeling is like getting past like inhibitions and apologizing or making peace if that needs to be done, and seeing past somebody being different or odd or eccentric, and like giving them the benefit of the doubt if your feelings in your heart guide you to do that. And but bottom line, either way, whatever you decide to do, you know, when you guys are alone together, I do think there will be some kissing, some hugging, some closeness, definite attraction, definite, you know, flirtation, like a potential change for the better, and you feeling happy afterwards, them definitely feeling happy afterwards. So, and we did see all of those sex charms. So I guess, you know, for all of my consenting adults out there, that's definitely going to be on the table. And some of you will go there with this person at that time. All right. I think that is it, you guys. Let's get you an advice card. And if I didn't say so already, please like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below. If this is your reading, I would love to read about how it resonated. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information, as always, is in the description box down below. Don't fall. Don't fall. Aw. Four of Wands. How cute are you? Four of Wands. Playful, getting it on. Oh, that's a very graphic, huh? Oh, well. But that fell on the floor, so I'm going to get a different advice card. Spirit, get a different advice card for group 3. What advice do we have for group 3 regarding this person and what they would like? What would they do if they got group 3 alone? We got the Fool card. So, the Fool card basically saying that if you feel the same way as this person does, then this connection could be a new start. If this is an old person, it could have a new start here. Basically, the advice though is just to, you know, take a chance on a new path. Again, give this situation the benefit of the doubt. This is an adventure, it feels like, especially with this person's energy being what it is. Like, as long as it's not unhealthy and restrictive or toxic in any way, which, you know, I did pick up on that in a previous group, but I'm not picking up on that in this group. Unless you know that's true, then obviously, again, you know better than I do about your own situation probably. But if this was a private client and I knew their situation and this card came out here, I would say that, yeah, take a leap of faith on this. I think that, like, if you were on the fence about, like, if this scenario jives and it feels right and you feel like you're on the fence, like, what would I do? Would I be intimate with this person? This card's saying, yeah, do it, you know, take a leap of faith. That could be the leap of faith it's asking you to do, is basically that would free you of uncertainty, that, as long as it's not violating your boundaries and you're still within integrity, if you're a consenting adult and you want to go there with this person, this is kind of like urging you to surrender either physically or at the very least to the potential for love here with this person. There is a willingness on both sides to try this out, to go on this adventure together and have a passionate new beginning and create something inspirational as a couple. Or in this connection, right? As a couple, right? Why would you be in a connection if you weren't a couple? That, to me, would not be honoring boundaries. So I definitely feel like that you're being encouraged to take that leap of faith here. Okay? So you have free will. Make sure it's equal give and take and all that. Yada, yada, yada. I'm just a lady on the internet giving you advice. It's your responsibility, you know, to live your own life in the best way for you. But I'm not gonna lie, it looks good. So I'm gonna get you this card here. And I've already talked about, like, for the little egos out there that are yammering in the peanut gallery, most of what you guys are already like, but what about this? But what about that? If the reading's confusing you, then it's not for you. Choose a different group. Choose a different reading. Okay? So, if it's for you, I feel like this is one of those that you're just going to know. What guidance or advice do we have for group 3 regarding this reading, please? Follow, what did I say? I'm done. Mic drop, boom. Follow your bliss. Do what inspires you. Creativity, new direction, heart meets mind, no fear-based decisions. Whatever decisions that you make regarding this connection, regarding whether to get intimate with this person and or reunite and or start again or start fresh for the first time, whatever you do, do not let your decision to do it or not do it be based on fear. So we're seeing a happy change between you and this person of interest. This is the bottom line here. And you're being asked to give the benefit of the doubt and follow your bliss. And if your bliss legitimately means walking away, then do that, right? You don't need me to tell you that if that's the case. But again, for a lot of you, if not most, then this person is the direction, like following this person is the direction of your bliss. Will it last forever? That's not what the reading is about. That's not the point. The point is, I don't know if it's going to last forever or not. I just know this is a new adventure and you're being encouraged to explore it. So this is what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in, group 3. Again, if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. Hope the reading was helpful. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive a notification when I upload my next video. And remember, it's free to subscribe. Many of you watch the videos over and over but remain unsubscribed. Why do you do that? It costs nothing and it supports the channel and keeps it here. So thanks again for tuning in. Talk to you guys next time.